The Mazza Museum on the campus of the University of Findlay opened in 1982 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Findlay College. Justin and I were observing the many beautiful pieces of children's book art that the museum has to offer to promote literacy. The image titled, "Did You Hear Wind Sing Your Name?" by the illustrator Christopher Canyon, taken from the Sandra de Cotiori book, "Did You Hear Wind Sing Your Name?" An Odieta Song of Spring, caught our eyes.
Like the rest of the images in this book, the image is a two-page spread that happens to be located toward the end of the book. While the previous images in the book have a bright color scheme that is uplifting, this image, along with the last two images of the book, have a darker color scheme and a more reserved, calming tone.
While there are dark undertones observed within the branches of the tree and in the opossum's hair on the left side of the frame, there is the powerful contrast of the large, white, round moon on the right side of the frame that creates a sense of balance in the image.
I also noticed the juxtaposition between the dark and light colors on each side of the image. The moon certainly is immense and captivating. How does the moon make you feel, Kaylie?
I feel that in contrast to the rest of the image, the moon brings about a more uplifting and less melancholy atmosphere. The element of juxtaposition is certainly clear here, both in the color scheme and maybe even the feelings that it elicits in the viewer.
Doesn't it also seem as though the light of the moon has an entrancing effect and may be guiding the possum in the tree, as if it is something the animal would want to get closer to?
Yes, and of course the distance between the moon and the opossum is obviously tremendous. However, it seems as though the artist emphasized that the only things separating the animal from the moon are the knotted, tangled branches of the tree that it is in.
It almost seems as though the tree is representing something deeper, doesn't it? Maybe struggles or obstacles one faces in life as they strive to achieve a major goal.
Yes, Justin, and that can be represented in the pattern of distinct vertical lines in the bark of the tree, coupled with the sharp, jagged points in the branches and needles of the tree. These appear to be deterrents to the opossum in the image, and they branch outside of the left frame in a rather chaotic fashion.
I noticed as well that not everything in the image is portrayed as sharp and jagged. On the right side, the clouds are soft and airy, and the brushstrokes evident in the moon represent an almost magical, weightless mist. The patterns in the clouds and the moon are entrancing and give an almost euphoric feeling to the viewer. The possum appears to be mesmerized by their presence. It's almost as if the moon itself is enveloped in an aura of intrinsic power that makes it something worth striving for.
Indeed so. The moon itself is seen as being so large and captivating that it sheds just enough light on the creature to brighten its face. The moon can be viewed as metaphorically representing his life goals. And as mentioned before, the tree is the only thing keeping the opossum from reaching those goals. How do you view the fact that the tree is the only thing standing in the opossum's way, Justin?
Metaphorically, the possum could represent a striving individual entangled in life's struggles, such as what the illustrator of this piece, Christopher Canyon, endured during his school years. The brightly lit moon could represent the individual's fruitful life goal. Interestingly enough, the possum is immersed inside the tree and not on the ground, which may also represent individuals conquering and overcoming their struggles. The possum is balancing itself on the tree, and this may also mean that struggles individuals face in their lives are actually steps that bring the person closer to achieving their large goal.
That's a very interesting and positive metaphor that may be evident in this image, Justin. Couldn't this metaphor of not giving up and striving towards goals be a great and valuable message for young children?
Absolutely, Kaylie. The illustrator, Christopher Canyon, who attended the Columbus College of Art and Design, was known to have struggles throughout his early academic career, and this broader context can be applied to a deeper metaphorical analysis of this particular image. In fact, he is quoted as saying, Most people assume that in order to be an artist, one has to be naturally talented and gifted in the arts to succeed. Some people are naturally talented, but even if you are not, you should never give up on the things you love or the dreams that you have. I loved drawing and music more than anything, but I wasn't naturally talented in these things. With a deep drive and interest, a willingness to work hard, and the support of my family, friends, and teachers, I was able to pursue my love of art. Did you also notice in the book, as opposed to the image hanging on the Mazza Museum wall, the text that corresponds with the image says, "Did you sense Grandmother Moon guiding you home again?"
Yes, I did notice the text. It seems to me that the text mentioning Grandmother Moon, coupled with the image, could indicate to children that there are many family members and friends who would or will help them in overcoming obstacles. And this image as a whole delivers a great message of calm and reserve, which shows that though we all encounter struggles in our lives, we should not let ourselves become distressed when striving towards our goals. And the fact that this image is placed toward the end of the book can be a small reminder that while life is happy and joyful, as represented by the many previous images in the book, some things in life must be achieved with hard work and determination. The fact that this is one of the last pictures in the book may tie in toward the concept of having an end goal. The text states that our goals themselves, represented by the moon, and our loved ones, when it mentions grandmother, are what in fact essentially guide us to where we want to be in our lives.
I completely agree, and that directly relates to Christopher Canyon's quote about having support from teachers, family, and friends. It's fascinating that this beautiful piece of art, which is a detailed nature image, can also duly function as a metaphorical representation of the artist's life and all of our lives for that matter. I believe that this is one of the unifying themes of art and why artistic expression is so important in our lives. Many people don't realize the valuable messages that can be found in children's book art or what they convey. It's very interesting to take the little things in a piece of artwork and connect them to a bigger picture. Many times pictures are worth 1,000 words.